Welcome back to the channel, bringing you the latest news from around the world. This is gonna blow your mind. High above the Pacific, brand new Boeing 737 MAX jets, painted for China's top airlines, abruptly turned back to America. This wasn't a technical glitch or bad weather, it was a calculated move in a high-stakes power struggle. China had slammed the door on Boeing, sending a chilling message to the world. In Seattle, stunned Boeing workers watched the planes they'd just delivered return, their futures suddenly uncertain. Each jet symbolized millions of dollars and decades of economic partnership, now fractured. Boeing's stock dipped, signaling the start of a much bigger crisis. The world's fastest-growing aviation market was now off-limits to America's most iconic aircraft. This was more than a business dispute, it was a geopolitical power play. By targeting Boeing, China showed it was willing to use every tool in its arsenal. The image of those planes turning back became a symbol of a new, confrontational era in US-China relations. At least 3 737 MAX jets were flown back, their delivery dates erased. For airline executives and workers, the message was clear. The global supply chain had become a battleground. The world was left wondering, what comes next? The roots of this standoff? A fierce trade war. In early 2025, the US slapped massive tariffs on Chinese goods, some as high as 145%. China hit back with its own tariffs, up to 125% on American products. Boeing, a top US exporter and symbol of American industry, became a prime target. China suspended all new Boeing jet deliveries, leveraging its market power to pressure Washington. The timing was brutal. China's airlines were in the middle of a huge fleet expansion, counting on over 170 new Boeing jets. Suddenly, their growth plans were thrown into chaos. For Boeing, the financial hit was immediate. For China's airlines, the disruption was severe. This wasn't the first time Boeing faced trouble in China. Past safety issues and recent quality concerns set the stage. The trade war gave China the perfect opening to flex its muscle. By halting deliveries, China showed it had options and wasn't afraid to use them. The message: China was no longer just a customer but a global power defending its interests. The fallout hit Boeing hard. Tens of billions in future revenue were suddenly at risk, with dozens of jets built for China now grounded in the US. The ripple effect threatened thousands of American jobs across Boeing's vast supply chain. China once accounted for up to 15% of Boeing's sales. Losing that market left a gaping hole. For Chinese airlines, the suspension meant stalled growth and tough choices. Media Group, Chinese airline planes at a terminal, maintenance crew working on older aircraft at a Chinese airport at its stock at distribute equally, delay expansion, fly older planes, or look elsewhere. The real winner? Airbus, with its assembly plant in Tianjin, was ready to step in. China's own COMAC C919 also seized the moment, aiming to secure orders and reshape the market. The halt gave Airbus and COMAC a golden opportunity to challenge Boeing's dominance. For both sides, the stakes were enormous. The global aviation landscape was shifting fast. The question: who would fill the void? Boeing didn't sit idle. The company scrambled to repurpose the undelivered jets, reaching out to airlines in India, Latin America, and beyond. With a backlog of over 5,000 orders, Boeing had a cushion, but needed to act fast. Reselling planes isn't easy. Each jet is tailored to its original buyer. Still, global demand for new aircraft worked in Boeing's favor. Many airlines were eager for quick deliveries, even if it meant taking jets meant for China. The crisis forced Boeing to diversify, reducing its reliance on a single market. The company's future now depended on how quickly it could resell the planes and weather the trade storm. The pivot was a race against time. Boeing's ability to adapt would determine its survival. The world watched as the company fought to turn crisis into opportunity. As summer 2025 unfolds, 3 questions dominate the aviation world. First, will US-China trade talks in London lead to a real truce? Early signs are hopeful, tariffs have eased, and one Boeing jet finally made it to China. Second, can Boeing resell its stranded jets fast enough to stay afloat? Airlines in India, Latin America, and the Middle East are being courted. Third, will Airbus and COMAC capitalize, reshaping the market for good? Airbus is poised to win big, and COMAC's C919 could become a true contender. The future of Boeing and global aviation hangs in the balance. Will peace return, or is this the start of a new era of turbulence? For now, the world holds its breath, watching the skies and the negotiating tables.